A question that I'm going to get asked, and I know that you've already asked this a few times in your own mind. What metering mode is Cliff using? Well, almost 100% of the time, I'm in matrix metering. Why, you ask? Well, I tend to use aperture priority. And I believe that matrix is going to get me what I need as fast as possible. Now, in this situation right here, can I use a spot meter to get a reading right off of that highlight, because that's what I want to capture to begin with? Can I use a spot meter to get that? The answer is yes, I absolutely can. The answer and my rebuttal to that would be, do I really want to take the time to take my spot meter, get a reading right off of that, take the camera away from my face, put it on here, so on and so forth, okay, and then start shooting all over again? Remember what I said in Essentials of Creativity with regard to capturing exposures. I take the overall scene, I judge it. I say, is the overall scene darker than my subject or lighter than my subject? Well, in this situation, because of this darker background here, my meter is going to read that darker area. And it's going to say to my meter, hey, camera, we need to slow the shutter down a little bit because there's not enough light to take a picture. This area back here is much darker. Up against this highlight, there's a tremendous exposure variance. So what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to take my exposure compensation, I'm going to have to dial it under a little bit, but what I can do and what I want you all to do is predict it before you snap the shutter. See the overall scene, predict what your exposure compensation has to be in matrix metering, get there, take the picture, a quick glance, make an adjustment quickly if you have to, and continue. Now, if you'd like to, once you get the proper exposure, you can give a little click with your dial, you can check out your metadata, you can see what aperture and what shutter speed was actually chosen, switch to manual and continue to shoot there. Perfectly acceptable. But in matrix metering, I'm going to get there very, very quickly with regard to what my exposure value is going to be. I get there quicker in matrix metering than I do in any other mode. Spot metering would be wonderful if you're in a situation like a concert, where you have all this concert lighting, you're looking to capture the face. Well, in that situation, I would take my spot meter. So nothing's ever 100%. Matrix metering is going to get you there a lot faster than another method.